Hi everybody, Randy Carter with Angler's Choice here. You've heard a lot of talk about it. We've all been waiting for a while, but at last we have one on the ground here, the new flagship Ranger, the Z520R. A lot of changes as far as the design of the boat, a little different look to it, a little more compatibility. They've made a few changes inside, a lot more user-friendly. So I tell you what, we're going to take a few minutes. We're just going to hop in. We're going to show you some of the differences and what this boat holds on for you, the fisherman. Okay, so let's take a look at the bow of the Z520R. As you see, the bow plate is plenty big enough to house a 16-inch unit now. They've changed the angle of the plate, so the depth finder's at a different angle. They say it's an optimum viewing angle, any position of the sun, so it takes most of the glare off for you, the fisherman, when you're in the boat. As all Rangers have had, the recessed foot pedal, the cup holder, the tool storage, everything here. As you see, this R boat is rigged with a Lowrance Ghost trolling motor. You're not stuck to that. Minn Kota, Ultrex, any kind of Garmin, any kind of trolling motor you want to rig on here, then you can do that. Also, the bow control panel. They've taken some of the controls away from the bow, which is not a real big deal, but you still have your interior lights, your live well control, your accessories, and trim up and down. And the neat thing about the trim pad in this R boat, for years, you've been taking the butt of your rod, pushing your trim buttons, bending down, pressing them with your finger. Now they're designed, you can hit them with your foot to trim your main engine up and down. So really nice user-friendly feature. So let's move on back, take a look at some storage. Okay, so now we're here on the front deck of the Ranger R boat, 520R, Z520R. As you see, they've made some changes in the rod boxes. Our port side rod box is on a shelf system now. So the top shelf will take an 8-foot rod comfortably, the middle will take a 7.6, the bottom will take a 6.8. You can keep those rods separate, organized, and you have room for even all the way up to those 8-footers. They've also put light sensors in on the boxes, so you open that box, it's dark, guess what, light comes on. Really nice innovation. Still have the center box storage that Rangers have always had. Starboard side as well is also, if you want to use it for rod storage, your starboard side can accept a 7.6 double shelf system, just like you have on the port side. Center rod storage, as always, tackle, Plano 37s on either side, up to 6 on each side. You can store 10 rods comfortably, plus 21 boxes in the bottom. So a lot of user-friendly options. And while we're looking at it, I'm just going to pop this box. And you see it's still the same, basically the same layout, but you have your side storage, all of your tackle organization in the center, plus a 10-rod rack in the center, and your light sensors on every box. So storage is not a problem on the Z520R. Okay, so we've talked about the bow, we've talked about the rod storage, which is all important things on a bass boat. Now, most importantly, your seating, passenger and driver. As you can see, Rangers redesigned the seats in the Z520R boat. They've redone the bolsters. They've put fiberglass shells around the back side to take that bend out of the back when you get up and down, so more or less like a race car now. Both seats are on slides. As you see, you just pull the lever in the back. If you're in it, it's easier, but seat slides up. Let me just show you that it does work. Slide that up. Driver's seat, you have adjustment both ways, plus your hot foot's on a slide plate. So anybody that you have in the boat, you want to let them drive, you can adjust it easily for them. So let's take a look at the dash. Okay, we're here at the console. Of course, you see we have an over-the-shoulder view, so I'm going to lean back here out of the shot, but we're going to talk about the console. So first off, Ranger has changed things. When you turn your main breaker on, you power there's a few buttons here that are powered, but they have a remote key fob now that I can power the Ranger ride, and you'll hear it here in just a second. If I press power, everything powers up for me. So I can set this remote to control trim, several other functions as well. So that's a nice feature that Ranger's come up with. As you see on the console, looks a lot different from your traditional Ranger bass boat. We have a 12-inch unit housed in dash. If I'm not mistaken, you can still back mount a 16-inch unit in this dash comfortably, but they've changed the layout of it, so a lot of guys are going to multiple depth finders or double depth finders on their consoles. Now we can put two 12s side by side. Right here on this ledge, you have plenty of room for them. There's no add-on mounts or anything like that you need. You can gimbal mount them right here across the front of the console. They're in a good area. You have your tilt steering, so you can adjust that for maximum comfort. They've changed up. We're all used to our traditional pro trims. Now they've gone paddle trim, as you see here. So Same function, just paddle that's attached to the side of the wheel, which you're able to keep both hands on the wheel, fingertip operation, so it's really a nice safety thing. Of course, they still have their hot foot for the throttle. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but Ranger has put the Ranger Ride system into effect. So every control of your boat, all your switches, everything is right here on your touchpad. You have your engine info. Everything that you need to know about this boat when you're on the water is on this Ranger Ride system. All your pump controls, horns, lights, everything. So a real upgrade in technology, really nice. We look forward to getting them out there in the field to see how they work, how guys like them. But in the flagship, the new flagship, as I said earlier, the R boat, it's the best of everything now from Ranger. So that is our console. Okay, so now we're moving to the rear deck of the boat. First off, of course, they still have their center step console storage right here in the center of the passenger and driver's seat. Use that as a step up to the rear deck. They've put an addition in here this year, something you don't normally see in a bass boat. So if we open this lid, any thoughts of what that pad is right there? I'll give you a second to think about it. 3, 2, 1. Built-in phone charger, folks, hands-free. Put your phone right there, charge your phone in a little bit of no time. Really nice addition. You have some power ports in there, so they really thought about everything in the R boat. Coming to the rear deck, you still have the patented live well Ranger live well system. Plenty of space in those live wells. They do a great job of keeping your fish alive through the days, as Ranger has had this technology down for years. They're the best live wells on the market, I would say. Lure holders here. So live wells basically the same as they've always had. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've always worked, so they remain constant. You have your adjustable seat on the rear deck as well as the front. Storage on port and starboard side. All of your battery storage right back here in the back. Easy access to the pumps, charger, batteries. Of course, this is rigged with the Tracker lithium trolling motor batteries. You go that route, you're shedding about 150 pounds right there in battery weight. The breaker system is still existing in the Ranger R boat. So a lot of nice additions on the decks, in the storage compartments, the user-friendly options, the things that fishermen really like and need. They've really thought about it all in the Z520R. All right, so we're back out of the boat again. I've mentioned a couple things I just want to show you so you can see. I mentioned the fiberglass wrap on the back of the passenger and driver's seat. Well, there you go, that's a shot of it. Race car-esque, if you will. Really nice design change, looks really good. Flake in there really makes it pop. So I wanted to show you that. They've changed a little bit of the lipstick and eyeliner, if you will, on the R boat. So they've got this new grab handle on the back. Changed the design totally. Really ties in with the boat well, comes all the way up over the Ranger emblem, so it's a different look than you've ever seen before. As far as the power plant and the jack plate on this boat, Atlas hydraulic jack plate. A lot of you guys are running them, a lot of guys are getting them. They're really nice tools as far as shallow water fishing, island across flats, things like that. Shallow water takeoff is where it's at with a hydraulic jack plate. And of course, the tried and true Mercury 250 Pro XS 4-stroke. Great engine, quiet, good gas mileage, plenty of torque throughout the RPM range. Really a good fit with these Ranger bass boats. So we're just giving you a brief overview of the Z520R, most of the components in it, the user friendliness of it. If you want to dwell a little bit deeper into it, by all means, give us a call here in Martinsville or at our Lexington or Spindale, North Carolina dealerships. We'll be happy to talk to you about them. Price yours out today, rig it the way you want it, and see if we can get you in a Ranger R boat today.